Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Chicago Business Review. I am your host, Young Lee, a real estate broker, a serial entrepreneur, and a real estate investor. And I'm so excited to bring on our guest, Jodie Diegel, today. She is the president and founder of the Soul Harbour Ranch Animal Therapy Program, and it is Chicagoland area's most experienced and comprehensive animal assisted therapy teams, which include registered therapy dogs, miniature therapy horses, and miniature therapy donkeys. And their mission is to enrich lives by promoting the unconditional love and healing of the human animal bond while advocating for animal therapy standards of excellence. So I'm so excited to have Jodie on today so she can share a little bit more. Jodie, thanks so much for joining us. How are you today?
Good. Thank you very much. Thanks for having us today.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. As a new pet owner or a dog owner, I've experienced that unconditional love that the dog has. And I was a skeptic at first, but you guys are taking it to a whole different level. So could you share with us a little bit about how you got started and why you got started?
Absolutely. So it goes back to 2009. Actually, we got our golden retriever Buffett, and I've always wanted to do animal assisted therapy. The dog that the kids grew up with, unfortunately, as a rescue, he was a biter. So that wouldn't be a good therapy animal. I did lots of obedience training with Buffett. And a year later, he became a registered therapy dog at Northwest Community Hospital. My second therapy dog was Dudley, also joined me at Northwest Community Hospital. And as a nurse and a giver and an animal lover, it was like the perfect mesh of that nursing and giving back through animals. And I'm also a horse owner. So I was actually on the internet one day looking up horse items as usual. And I saw a video of miniature horses in a nursing home and thought, wow, I have to do that. Now, I work full time, so I know that I can't do that all by myself. So I said, well, I'm going to have to put together a nonprofit and get some help. And voila, we started. I actually purchased 3 miniature horses, and that was Lunar, Turnabout, and Mystery. And we started training, and those horses started visiting in 2013. So we have the most experienced miniature horse teams in the Chicagoland area.
That is so incredible, and such an amazing thing that you guys are doing. And like you said, it is a nonprofit, and so you're just trying to help out people and the community.
Mhm.
Uh, what do you think, or how do you guys think you're different than maybe some other organizations or animal therapy programs
Mhm.
out there?
Well, when I first was looking at starting at this nonprofit, and by the way, we're all volunteers, so we dedicate all of our time, our energies, our passion, and we've got about 50 volunteers that do this. So when I was first looking, I really wanted something more than just cute little horses, or cute little dogs. I really wanted the professionalism of a national therapy animal program that would test us, that would register, or what some people call certify us. And I found Pet Partners. Pet Partners is the gold standard, really, for animal assisted therapy. They are the pioneer of and coined that animal assisted therapy. So our program, the foundation of the work, thinking back to when I was putting this together, kind of at the end of 2011 and 2012, was to ensure that any and all teams that went out on visits had passed the Pet Partners testing, that they had met the national therapy animal standards of professionalism. And that ensures competence and safety, not only for the people that we visit, but for our handlers, for our animals. We're advocates for our animals. And when we go out, we have these relationships with them. You can't just be on the other end of a leash, right? Or a lead rope or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, so
Yeah.
So that professionalism, that foundation has never wavered with our team. And many of these volunteers have been then with us since the time the horses, first arrived. And we've grown to 10 miniature horses. We have 4 miniature donkeys. Our 2 big horses even are a part of it. They do tricks and give kisses, and they're not registered therapy animals, but we also are training the miniature donkeys, and we have 2 mini pigs that we're training and a giant Flemish rabbit that we are training.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
That's
so
amazing.
the cool thing is that this National Therapy Animal Organization, Pet Partners, registers 9 breeds of animals. So another factor that differentiates us in the Chicagoland area is that we allow these 9 breeds of animals. So if anybody desires to train an alpaca and join our program, they may. Most of the people who join our program have their own therapy dog. They can use our therapy horses to register. But, we're hoping that people will join us with their own animals. Even you, Young, you may join us one day with your dog.
Yeah, I'm definitely a believer. I've never had a pet in almost
Wow.
half a century, and now having a dog and just seeing that unconditional love that they have for you and just that bond that you feel with them is really like none other. So, um,
Absolutely agree. And that's when we talk about based on our mission, that human animal bond, and our tagline and our name of Soul Harbor Ranch is sharing of unconditional love. SOUL.
oh, I love that.
And we
I
know
love
that
that.
animals are good for our soul.
Yes,
So,
no, that's what I thought of it as, is like,
yeah.
oh, it's so good for your soul, but I love the
The
acronym.
sharing of unconditional love.
Yeah, the sharing of unconditional love. That is such a great mission. And it is just so great what you and all the other volunteers are doing. And we're going to share a little bit later on how other people can support you guys and or volunteer. But you were mentioning a little bit about going out to people.
Mhm.
So, can you explain a little bit? Because I know you work with a lot of different groups and organizations and clients. But is it more that you're going to them? Are they coming to visit you? What are some of the programs that you
Mhm.
guys are running and helping people with?
Yeah, thank you. Well, so originally we started where we went out more on the visits, where we would go to the different demographics of nursing homes, visiting at Loyola University Medical Center, Rush Medical Center, bringing our horses in the bell elevators right up to the bedside, our therapy dogs going into the individual rooms and being able to snuggle, if you will, right at the bedside. But when we built this barn here at Soul Harbor Ranch in 2019, that is when were able to start hosting different groups. So, people say, well, how old are the people that come to visit us? Well, that we visit preschool, well up to into their hundreds. So we visit all different demographics from, as I mentioned, the hospitals. We visit schools, libraries, the nursing homes. We work with veterans here at Soul Harbor Ranch, which is located in Barrington. It's my home. My husband and I are very blessed to own this beautiful 5 acres in Barrington. We go out down to the Jesse Brown Chicago VA. We visited there. So we work with all different demographics, abled, those that are differently abled. We do a lot in our community as well. So not all necessarily therapy or activity visits, but we do a lot of community nights here that are in Barrington. You'll see us out and about doing our Walk With Me program and exercise initiative. We do a reading exercise or reading initiative called Read With Me. So we're promoting more and more programs within the Barrington area, mostly northwest suburbs, and then also the Chicagoland area.
No, and that reminds me. Uh, I believe we actually got our dog because of you guys, because you also visit the high school and bring the dogs by during finals times.
That's
And
right.
my daughter took a picture with a dog and she's like, they brought in therapy dogs for us during finals. And she's like, look at how cute this dog is. And it was during a time when she needed to get knee surgery because she injured herself during a Barrington High School basketball game.
Mhm.
And she was a little down, and that kind of sparked it. And just to see the joy on her face from like hugging the dog and like
Right.
being around the dog, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to um commit to this. And the funny part is I probably am the biggest lover of that dog now. And so I just wanted to mention that to you because yes, I
Oh,
know
that's
how
wonderful.
much you guys invest into the community, not only here in Barrington, but all of Chicagoland. So that's
Right.
great that people can visit your ranch, and or you also go out and be an active participant in the community and helping people out. Um, Now, can you tell us a little bit more about your animals, like how you find them, how you bring them,
Mhm.
how you train them? Just a little bit more detail on that.
Sure. As far as the dogs, everybody has their own dog, they're different breeds. We actually have two golden retrievers and then two mutts. One of them actually had 9 puppies. We fostered her, and all 9 of those puppies have gone into they're in training to join us at some point, and so that's kind of fun.
Wow.
But yeah, so people are able to, work with us. We held a training session last year thanks to a grant from the Barrington Area Community Foundation, where we were able to hire a dog trainer, a certified dog trainer, Luann Smith and her husband Dirk Smith. They both oversee the Chicagoland Dog Rescue and do their training, and they also oversee the Northwest Community Hospital training animal assisted therapy program. So that's our connection. Out of those dogs, out of the program last summer, 10 registered teams were able to join us. So we guided those therapy dogs on their journey with their owner. They were able to test with pet partners, and they are now a part of our program. And as far as, again, some of them are rescue dogs, some are dogs that are from breeders. They're old, they're young. You just need to have a well mannered dog that loves people and be willing as an owner to commit to the training that's required. It takes a lot to get there, a lot of obedience training, and then we kind of fine tune with wheelchairs and walkers. Um, Same with our horses. Many of them came from a farm that I affiliated with that was in Burlington, Wisconsin, and then our wonderful friends that are at the Shades of Blue Ranch in Hebron, Illinois. They bred miniature horses. And so we've got 10 that are from there. The kindest personalities. Sometimes people look at them and they're like, "Oh, is that a Shetland pony? They're so snarky." Yeah. And they're smaller than Shetland ponies. They are their own breed, miniature horses. They're American miniature horses. We do have one specialty breed of miniature. She's called the Falabella. They're from Argentina. And so that is Cinderbella. They're all different colors. They range in height from 28 inches to 32 inches. It's a nice variety. They're different colors. They're different personalities. Some are more quiet. Some are a little more high spirited. It really is a nice variety because every animal appeals to somebody else, right? Like a volunteer may come in and be very experienced. They don't want the one who doesn't, who's quiet and just kind of goes about. They like the little spirit,
Uh,
and vice versa. I mean, somebody coming in, they don't have to have horse experience. and or dog experience with training. That's what we're there for, to guide. We do the training ourselves with the horses. And basically it's just translated from training with the therapy dogs. And those of us that are horse owners, we do a lot of groundwork and making sure that our horses have good manners.
Wow. No, that's incredible. So how can people that want to experience what you guys are providing go about that? Do they reach out to you to try and stop by? Does it have to be an organization? Like, how can people, yeah, get
How
this?
can they experience our therapy animals? Well,
Yes.
if you look on our website, you'll see events, and we do host different events that they're able to come out here to Soul Harbour Ranch. But most of what we do is out in the community. And because it's our home, we don't do private visits. We do host different groups that they're then able to visit on site with our miniature horses. I was just wanted to mention too, our miniature donkeys. We have 4 of them. Those are in training. So they are, they've been in training for a couple years. So donkeys are a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
We're able to visit our 2 big horses. As I mentioned, those are my big horses, but they become very much a part of our program where they do tricks. They're also then able to experience our 2 mini pigs that are 1 years old, and they are in training. One of our friends, her pigs had surprise piglets. So thank you, Becky Amos. We have 2 pigs, and then we recently adopted a giant Flemish rabbit. So when people visit our ranch, they're able to experience all of those animals, not to mention, our dogs as well. But they're able to call us to schedule. We do have a very full schedule already. So we're very limited in the new places that we're able to visit, just because we're increasing our reading program right now. We're looking at piloting that in Barrington District 220 with all of our therapy dogs. We're doing a lot of outreach with our offsite visits at Rush, University Medical Center. Nurses Week comes up, and we're very busy. So as they find out more and more about us, they do reach out. So I just wanted to say, we're limited, but then we do host a lot of different programs out in the community and on site. So take a look at our website at soulharborranch.org, and you'll be able to see what's coming up.
Gotcha. Okay. No, that's very helpful, because I know my children, once they hear or watch this, they're going to be like, we want to go and
Right.
experience this. And I'm sure there's a lot of listeners out there that are pet lovers as well. And as you keep expanding and contributing to the community, I know you are a nonprofit. How can people get connected with you to volunteer or to help? Because I know you said, I believe you guys have 50 volunteers, so not paid staff, but just people that are volunteering their time and energy, like yourself,
Right.
to contribute to the community and to people's well-being, as well as taking care of these animals. If people are a pet lover or are motivated by hearing what you guys are doing, how can they get involved, and what would they need to do?
Mm-hmm. On our website, under the About section, it talks about our leadership team. It has all of our volunteers, but it also lists a section about how to volunteer. And it explains, for those that want to become registered handlers with us, a little bit about the process of becoming a registered pet partners handler. There's a course that the future handlers would need to take. And then the on-site training that we do here at Soul Harbour Ranch, they have to train for a minimum of 6 months to a year handling the animals to demonstrate all of the exercises to be able to pass. So, for instance, I'm registered on all of our miniature therapy horses and my therapy dogs that I take out. But Young, for instance, if, even though I have all of these registered animals, if I hand you the lead rope or the leash, you wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah,
So
that's for sure.
need to go through this training to also then pass the test. So kind of going back to what differentiates us is that all of our handlers that are handling at the visits are actually registered therapy handlers through Pet Partners. So by coming to the volunteer information session, which we host usually once a year, we anticipate it's going to be held in April of this year, maybe May. But we usually do that session once per year to bring everybody on at once. And that's for the therapy horses. The therapy dogs are kind of a rolling admission because the dogs live with them. They have much more interaction. They can train on their own. And so that's kind of a rolling admission. We help people to get registered and then get tested. We do mock testings. So the best thing to do is to look at the website, look under the volunteer information, and then give us a call if you have an amazing animal that you would like to join our program with. We can kind of help you on that journey, direct you on those next steps to becoming a registered therapy team and then joining our program.
Okay, and so they should visit the website soulharborranch.org. And on there, you can not only find out about all of the events and things that are coming up that Jodie and her team are working on. And so if you did want to participate in something like that, you definitely want to check out the website. And if you are so inclined to become a pet handler, you do have to go through that training with Pet Partners, which is the gold standard for animal therapy. And so that's, of course, very important because you're also then interacting with people that are in need of this animal therapy. And so I love the fact that you guys are constantly training and holding everyone to the highest standard possible so that it is just of benefit to everyone as well as the animals. Now, if somebody is listening and they don't have the time or don't want to necessarily become an animal handler, but they do want to participate or contribute to what you guys are doing at Soul Harbour Ranch, what are some other ways? Because we did mention you are a nonprofit. And so all of these people are volunteers, but there are costs associated with running an organization like this. Is there ways that people can contribute either financially or other ways? Is that on the website or how can they do that?
Mm-hmm. So for people that don't choose to be a handler, we do have positions. Our animals always need to be fed and stalls always need to be cleaned.
That's true.
And the grounds always need to be cared for, including our path. We've had groups that have come out here and done cleanup. We've done some kind of like leadership and teamwork type exercises here with different groups. Allstate came out here. So, but if people are interested in feeding and cleaning, they can contact me, and that's one way. If they're not able to come out to the ranch or, participate as a handler, of course, our nonprofit is funded solely by donations, fundraising, and grants. So anybody can go to our website, click that donate button at the top. And for instance, a bale of hay is $7, $8, $9, $10, $11, kind of depends on what the going rate is. Each horse that gets when the farrier comes out to trim their hoofs every 6 to 8 weeks, each horse is $50.
Wow.
Our therapy dog teams, the vests are $75. The dog training, it's $100 per session. The the veterinary work for our horses every spring and fall, the shots are $1,500 each pop. The dental work for our animals is $2,500 once a year. So the transportation costs, the insurance, we don't charge for visits. We're solely based on donations. So these donations, the grants, people that believe in the power of the human-animal bond, the soul-to-soul connection, the sharing of unconditional love, every $5, $10, $20, and more really makes a difference in our organization. Knowing too that as you contribute, all of us are volunteers and all of the money goes directly to our programs that are helping so many in need.
No, that is so great. And so please, everyone, go check out the website, soulharborranch.org. And right at the top of the website, there is a donate button. And so if you could please contribute, because as Jodie had mentioned, they are all doing this as volunteers to help the community and help people that are in need, as well as take care of these animals, but it is not cheap. So please, if you guys can help and donate, and really it goes a long way. Whatever you can donate, whatever you can help, um, will definitely be of assistance. So check out the website. Are there other places at which they can connect with you, either on social media or anything like that?
Yes, so we are on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. So if you watch our social media, also on TikTok, our volunteer Anne loves putting together some TikTok videos. There was recently one of our miniature pig Peaches as she's walking down the aisle. Girls walk like this. So it's always very fun. We have a lot of fun. I will say that we have a very cohesive group of volunteers. The easiest group of volunteers I think that I've ever worked with, and it's fun. Every visit is so fulfilling. Yesterday we were at Rush University Medical Center, going to the bedside with our animals. One young man, we were waiting for him, like for a procedure to be done, and we walked in. His mouth is, just wide open, his jaw dropped. He's petting, and his mom is, and she's like, wow, I haven't seen a smile like that from you in a long time. And he turned to his mom and said, I think I need to be hospitalized more often. And that's like, no, 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 no. That's not what we want.
Yeah.
The power of our animals to bring that joy, love, laughter, more communication, forgetting about that you might be in the hospital. It's all worth it. And our volunteers, kudos to them for the connections, the training, the time, the passion that they put in with their animals and with our program. We have a very soulful team. We are soul to soul connected. We are soul sisters, soul brothers. And it's a fun play on words all the time, because it truly is sharing of unconditional love. We are honored to be on the other end of the rope with our animals when we are out visiting. So I greatly appreciate this opportunity to share about what we do, Young.
Oh,
We are so grateful to everybody that supports us, our Barrington community who is behind us with the grants that continue to fund us, the many foundations that are listed on our website. Please take a look and know who those people in those groups are. Because of them, we're able to do what we do with our special animals.
amazing. And Jodie, kudos to you as well for having the vision to start this initiative. And really, you're making such an impact, not only to the community as a whole, but to individuals, like you said in that last story. And I'm sure that happens time and time and time again. And you're making such a difference in individual lives, which therefore makes a difference in the community. So, guys, please check out the website, soulharborranch.org. Donate or volunteer or see how you can participate and spread the word. Organizations like this need our support and our help so that they could continue to make a difference and really expand and help other people. And that's what we're trying to do here. And so I want to thank Jodie once again for being a guest. And if you guys found value in this, if you enjoyed it, if you know anyone else that's a pet lover, please share this episode with them so that we can get the word out and so that we can bring on more incredible guests and businesses and people that are trying to make a difference in the community like Jodie. So again, check out their website. The donate button is right at the top. They have their social media at the top as well. Follow them, like, and subscribe to all of the things that they're trying to do out there. And please share, rate this show so that we could get it out to more people. And if you know anyone else that, like we were saying, has a passion for animals, share this episode. I'm sure it's going to bring a smile to their face. So, Jodie Diegel with Soul Harbour Ranch, thank you so much for your time and for sharing your story. And we look forward to talking with you again very soon.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We hope that we see a lot more of the teams that are joining us after this episode.
That's right. That's right, guys. Check out the website, soulharborranch.org. And please, please, please share the episode and do what you can to help the organization. Till
Thank
next time,
you.
guys, I'm your host, Young Lee, with our guest, Jodie Diegel. Have a great day.